Off away. We are live. Hey, everybody. It's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, the suet pudding, because I have no makeup on, and I'm here with Ms. Chloe Demure. How are you, Chloe?
I'm good. I'm off work, ready to pound the face.
Ready it up?
Yes.
Happy Galentine's Day.
Same to you.
I'm trying to figure out if I enlarge our screen, I can't read the comments. I know Dixie's there.
Oh yeah, I'd have to have
see where
phone on YouTube so I can see comments.
Hey, Dixie Ray. Yeah, I think that's all right. Our option for this is to be like this, but I think that's a little vivid. You think that's better? Do you prefer that? Do we prefer this view? Or this is to be like this? But I think that's a little vivid.
Volume off.
Oh.
Okay. Just wanted to see the chat.
Morgan's there. Hello.
Martha. Woo-hoo.
Martha's there. Do we like this view, people, or do we prefer this one? This one seems smaller and more involved. David's there. Hey, David, we missed you at the chat yesterday.
We did. I guess it depends on how close they really want to see our faces.
Well, I don't know. Is that too close for you?
I'm fine, whatever. If people want to actually see what we're doing, they probably want closer up.
But... Yeah, David says larger. All right, we'll leave it at that. It's not a deal breaker either way.
Exactly.
So we are playing with our Valentine's Day mystery boxes that we got from Unearthly Cosmetics, and they look like that.
Yes.
We have the eyeshadow palette, the blush palette, and then the 3 lipsticks. But I'm going to be using the dark red lipstick for me.
Yeah, I thought that. And then if I need some more, I have that one. And then if I need even some more, I got that one to use.
Yeah, I've got it for backup, just in case, because I did find the palette for Unearthly's Valentine's box a little neutral and a little kind of boring.
Yeah.
So I've got my Halloween palettes. I'll keep it all Unearthly.
Yeah, and I got a few other things too. So I thought, yeah, just bring it all out, and then it's better to have too much than too little, I guess.
So a happy Galentine's Day to you, Chloe.
Right back at you.
Yeah, I've never celebrated Galentine's Day. In fact, I didn't realize that there was such a thing because I never watched Community. I'm one of those terrible people.
Yeah, I think the only time I ever found out, I went to a charity event that was a Galentine's Day event, and I was like, oh, okay. And that was just before the Panini started. So yeah, so I guess I've known about it, 3.5 years, I guess, that something like that existed. But beforehand, yeah, I didn't know.
Well, it's only, I asked somebody about it. It's only been a few years, 5 years maybe?
Yeah, somewhere in there, I think. Or at least that I
remember last year hearing something and going, what the hell is that? And I looked it up at the time and went, oh, right. And then immediately blocked it from my mind.
Oh, you just call it the Anti-Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day.
I think that's sexist. I think we can call it Uncle Valentine's too.
There we go. Did you have any mad plans for what you want to do, what you're going to do in your eyeballs?
I haven't even given it a thought.
Yeah.
I don't even have primer on my eyes yet. I've been trying to reorganize my makeup because it's just, I have other stuff here that's annoying. I have my like jewelry is also kind of tucked in over here, and I've been kind of trying to just minimize a lot of unnecessary clutter.
Well, I hear that. That's the fight all the time to keep everything all organized. And...
Oh, Rodney's here. Hey, Rodney.
Everybody's here to watch.
I'm excited to use this palette again because I mean, in all honesty, I just hated it so much when I first saw it.
Well, I mean, if you compare it to, I think that's the thing. We compared it to that other release that we loved so much, that other mystery box.
Mhm, mhm.
I think it was kind of like hard pressed to beat that, anyways. So,
Yeah. Well, because it's unearthly, I just expected more pizzazz somehow, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, no, they're definitely really good at theming stuff up, and yeah.
Because their sleepover palette is that could be a very Valentine's palette.
No, the very first one I got from them was the Witching Hour one. So when they were still Alien Cosmetics. So I got that, yeah.
Excuse me.
Which has some nice pinky red and purple in there. So I thought that might be something too if I
Mhm.
felt like the other one was a little bit more lacking.
Rex is here. He's 12th. Well done, Rex. So this is the palette that we're using. Do you see how it's very neutral?
Yeah.
Very there's not a lot of depth. I feel like I'm probably going to be grabbing the black out of the unearthly Halloween palette.
Yeah,
There's
that's
some
why
reds in there too. Like that's the thing. Like the reds in this palette are so much more vibrant than the reds in this one. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
just feel like this is more of a Valentine's Day palette. But we'll see. It'll all be fabulous. I just realized when I have my mirror on, I can't see anything because it blocks my lights. There, that's a bit better. All right.
All right. Throw some eyeshadow on.
Mhm.
That's what I wanted to do, make some more coffee, but I ran out of time. So La Croix.
Well, that was why I ran late. I decided I'm making tea. I don't care. I don't care who knows it. I'm going to go with this darker color. Have you ever celebrated Valentine's Day?
Nah. Think like with, again, kind of more of like with, girlfriends or whatever, but not really.
Yeah. So you were like when you've been in relationships, you've never really done anything for it?
No, it's just too, I don't know. I'm not much for, except for Halloween, commercial things. So, and if you do anything, it's always better because everything's so busy to go kind of like the day before or the weekend before to do something. Because,
or have something planned for at home. Like
yeah.
Shaq.
Yes, I ordered.
I had started seeing this guy, my last boyfriend actually, but years ago. And we had just kind of started canoodling. Like we weren't really. It's funny because I'm one of those people. It's like, if we've made out for more than 5 minutes, we're dating. That's who I am. And so we were talking about Valentine's Day, and he said, "Oh yeah, I have reservations at a restaurant." I was like, "Oh, that's fun." Like, I didn't inquire, like, who are you taking? I didn't. There was none of that, and the whole thing was he had planned to take me, and it was halfway through the conversation that I figured it out. But I'm just not that person.
Yeah.
I'm fighting that urge to feel hurt that he did have plans, and then I realized, oh, they were with me. But then also, I've been single most of my life. I don't really think in terms of couples.
Yeah, same.
While I was dating him, I remember once I had the day off and I went and saw a movie, and he worked from home. And he said, "What did you do today?" I said, "Oh, I went and saw a movie." And he goes, "Oh, what one?" And I told him, and I don't remember what one it was. And he's like, "Oh, you didn't think I'd like to go see it with you?" And it's like, "Oh God, no, it never crossed my mind." Like, and not because I wasn't considering him. I just had never. Yeah. I always go to the movies by myself. I rarely go with anyone else because I'm that person.
Yeah, it's just autopiloted. Yeah, no, I rarely go to movies either. If I do, it's some my one friend loves the Marvel movies too. So if there's a Marvel movie, then we'll take her daughter and then we'll go get the fancy seated theater and then we'll go see a Marvel movie. But it's just so expensive. I'd rather just wait till it's free.
Oh my God. No kidding. in Toronto, we have some theaters that have really, like, you can almost justify the price of the ticket because they have like seats that practically give you a blowjob while you're watching the movie. You know, like it's very involved, some of the theaters, but it's still like, oh my God, it would have been cheaper for me to invest in the movie.
Yeah, or yeah, to buy the DVD or Blu-ray later. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, I just don't like, I make my popcorn the way I like it.
Yep. Well, it's always kind of gross at the theater, anyways.
Ugh.
I always find it
Well,
feel nauseous afterwards. So I usually just go for Twizzlers, and then that's it.
yeah, that's my thing. Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers.
Yeah.
They're not too sweet. They're not too aggressive. But I find with the popcorn, I don't eat a lot of salt. Like I just don't choose to put a lot of salt in anything. And you know, one small thing of popcorn, and I don't pee for a week. You know.
That's the opposite of me. I think salt should be a food group all by itself.
Oh, is that right?
Love
I don't
salt.
know why. I've just never really been a salt person. I mean, I like it. I like to put it like vinegar and salt on chips and fish. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm not dumping it on. You know.
Yeah.
And I really do like sweets, but I make such a big effort not to eat sugar. I
Yeah.
don't even have it in the house.
Same. I find as I've gotten older, it's harder to digest. So
Oh, is that right?
yeah, so it's I have to really be in the mood to deal with the consequences of the sugar after. So
Yeah. When I was younger, um, I used to go out for coffee with kids from school, you know, and I would put a lot of sugar in coffee, and then we'd sit there for hours, and I'd have like 5 or 6 cups of coffee. It's a
mm-hmm.
lot of sugar. And I
Mm-hmm.
just thought that's a lot of sugar. No one told me it was, or like, you know, I didn't have
Yeah.
a doctor say, you're eating a lot of sugar. You know, it wasn't anything like that, but it just struck me that this was a lot. And so I stopped using it. I stopped. I don't have sugar in the house. I don't have salt in the house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, I do have salt. Like let's not be crazy. I have salt to cook with, but
Yeah.
and I did put some salt into my brother and his wife gave me little piggy salt and pepper shakers years and years and years ago. So I have salt in there, but I don't even know if it's still shakeable. You know, it could be completely solidified or something. I don't know. And then I make my own spaghetti sauce because I remember reading the label once. I was reading ingredients for something, and I saw that all of the prepared sauces I was buying had sugar in it. And you know, if you talk to anybody who makes a lot of sauce, they usually use sugar to neutralize the bitterness of the tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't find tomatoes that bitter, so
Or you just need like a pinch. Yeah, no,
yeah, it's
I watched all the sugar documentaries, so that always had me looking at all the ingredients and stuff. So I always look to make sure that there's no added sugar in most of the things that I buy.
yeah, Martha. We're both using the Surrender palette. We're actually using all the stuff from the Unearthly Valentine's palette, but I don't think we're doing the same looks. Chloe started with the red.
Yeah, I just thought I'd play with that, and then I can darken it or play with it after or something else.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting ready to do another makeup and movies. I'm doing the Princess Bride.
I love that movie.
Yeah, and so Teresa Mulhern requested it. So I thought I would do a really nice neutral face for it. And I've been practicing like using neutrals lately. So I feel like my makeup's gotten boring all of a sudden.
Yeah. Now, if they ever remake that movie, I'm going to be very angry.
Well, it's been deemed unremakeable. So is Casablanca. There's
Yeah.
a list of movies that some society has said you can't read. Like, it's not a law. No one's going to kill
Yeah,
you, but they're just called, oh, as you wish.
yeah. No, it's the same.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, there's certain movies that they just shouldn't touch. Labyrinth is another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Goonies.
didn't really like Labyrinth that
Oh,
much.
really? Oh, I love
A
it.
big musical number in the middle of it kind of threw me off. Oh, Eric's here. Hey, Eric. Yeah, pinch of sugar in your tomatoes. I don't know if I have fluid issues. I pee all the time.
Yeah, that's what happens as you get older.
I'm trying to make sure that I can see the comments. But
Yeah, it's a shame that we can't see it on the screen.
yeah. I like uh I always I was talking to somebody about Valentine's Day and they said, "Oh, it always makes me so depressed." And I said, "Oh, I love Valentine's because it means it's one day wait till half price chocolate."
Exactly. Yeah, I used to work at Laura Secord and then Rocky Mountain. So
I love Laura Secord.
yeah.
It's amazing to me that you can talk to people who've never heard of it.
Well, especially out here because they closed all the locations.
Yeah.
That's how Rocky Mountain got into Canada. They bought a whole bunch of Laura Secord locations, and then
Yeah.
Laura Secord tried coming back, but I think only the newer Whistler location survived. But
Yeah. I've seen Laura Secords in malls
yeah, that's
here.
where they are. Yeah.
But we used to have one right at College and Young in this really gorgeous little shop that had a one of those rotating doors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when it closed, but like that was I don't know why. I can't remember that we would be going down to like we didn't. The Maple Leaf Gardens used to be right there, and we never went to Maple Leaf Gardens for hockey. Like I didn't grow up in a hockey family, and we didn't like we did go to the Ice Capades once, but I don't know why, but that Laura Secords was kind of like a bit of a landmark for me growing up. And now it's a Shoppers Drug Mart, but they kept all the architecture, which is nice.
Yeah, you can sometimes like I've been in Canadian Tire and stuff, and they'll have some Laura Secord and stuff as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now they stopped making my favorite peanut butter bars, so there's no point.
Oh, there's no point then. Yeah, no.
I used
Those are
to,
my favorite too.
if I had friends that were going to Alberta, I'd be like, "Hey, you got to go to the Laura Secord and pick me up peanut butter bars." But now that they don't
Yeah.
make them, it's like, okay.
And then in Stratford, Ontario, there's a family-run chocolate shop. I can't remember what it's called, and they're famous for their mint chocolate bars. But yeah, I grew up with the Laura Secord peanut butter bars, and so I never liked Reese because it was too sweet.
Yeah. No, I just love the way they made them with the fudge, little like kind of like the fudge bottom, and then the peanut butter,
Yeah,
and then wrapping the chocolate around it. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was nice.
I yeah, I've only done something for Valentine's Day once. Um, but I do like the idea of it. I mean, just because I've been single most of my life doesn't mean like I'm bitter or hateful. And I'm not judging people that are because I get it. Like I totally get it. Depending on my mood, I'm bitter and hateful any day of the week. So
Yeah, just not. That's just not my sort of thing. And well, I guess anything that involves possible crowds of people are not my thing. Oh, that's a nice red.
Pardon me. I'm trying to read some of these. Martha's anniversary is on the 19th. So cheap chocolate and flowers.
Oh, hilarious. Okay, the red in this palette is way better. In the
Halloween.
and this smells like holiday spirit palette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there, yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna try and use some of this red, but I'm not. I'm so not a red makeup person.
Oh, it turns more almost pink.
Orange or pink? Oh yeah.
Yeah, more pink. So this one in the smells like teen spirit seems to stay more red.
Mm.
Like a blue red versus a pinky red.
Yeah, I'm just trying to use stuff I don't normally use. The last look I did with this was so neutral.
Yeah, there's not a lot. It's like a pop of pink or a pop of red, and then the rest
Yeah.
is pretty neutral for sure.
Yeah.
Though the shimmers are really nice in this palette.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's way more actual red. No, I just ordered from a local plant-based company. They did you can order Valentine's meal, so you can order for one or two or family.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. So it was delivered.
Nice.
Was delivered this morning. So.
Oh, nice. Do you make it yourself?
Oh, it's all pre-made. So I just.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just have to heat it up.
Oh, that's lovely. What's the name of the company?
They're called plant-based.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they generally do like they do the best like faux bacon and these like faux chicken that you can put like Greek chicken on skewers. They do some great stuff.
Yeah.
But they occasionally will have at events or whatever, they'll actually cook food, and then they'll do for Valentine's Day or Christmas. They sometimes do these meal things where you can get meals delivered.
Huh.
Yeah. But I think this might be the last one they're doing. They're changing their company somehow, so we'll have to see.
Oh.
I just stocked up on a few things.
Oh, good for you. I used to make my own seitan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't have enough patience for that.
No, neither did I.
Putting tofu in the tofu press, I'm hard pressed to do half the time. It's like
That's something I don't eat anymore is tofu. I used to eat a lot of tofu.
Mm.
Mind you, that said, I just ordered peanut tofu last night.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I had stopped for a while too and was trying to eat different things, but
that's why I stopped eating tofu, was just to eat different things.
Yeah. But I've gone back to it, especially since I've had an
David, David, you're not doing anything with Kevin for Valentine's Day? What's wrong with the two of you? Yeah, it wasn't peanut butter sauce, Eric. It was just like Thai peanut sauce, but I don't order it very much because there's a lot of sugar in it. But I love peanuts. Like anything peanut related, I'm there for. I don't know what it is. Even just eating peanuts. I've always loved natural peanut butter. I've never liked anything like processed peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm like that with nuts too. I'd rather have them raw than have
Yeah.
Yeah. So like raw pecans or almonds or peanuts.
Yeah.
Just eat them like that myself.
Oh, he's too busy for you, David? Oh. Maybe you should get some sexy underwear and give him something to not be busy for.
There you go. Some naughty knickers.
Yeah, I've only been in one relationship during Valentine's Day. But I'm a flower person. I love to take flower. Like even if I'm just going to visit somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I try and take flowers. I think everyone enjoys getting flowers.
Yeah, well, that's super nice. I think working at Carlton Cards kind of soured a lot of the Valentine's days and stuff. Yeah.
A lot of my friends that like, I know that Ted and Jeff will probably do something, but they'll probably go see a movie or you know what I mean? Like nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Every once in a while, they tell me they've done something, and it's like, oh, really? And my brother and his wife are they're very good with each other. Like they're like, but they're also no pressure people. My brother's kind of one of those people that will bring something home for no reason.
And that sometimes means more,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
thinking of them not because some kind of holiday has told you that you
yeah,
need to do
yeah.
something, right? Like,
But I have to say, because I totally understand that whole, I don't want to do something just because a calendar told me to. But sometimes, it's easy to have a whole year go by and you forget.
yeah, I guess.
Like you forget to do simple little things. Like, and you can, some people will be like, oh, didn't we just? It was like that was a year ago. Oh,
No, I like to like if I see things for people that I think they're gonna like
Yeah,
or whatever, I just like to pick things up and
yeah,
sometimes
that's me too.
I'll be like, well, save it for their birthday, and 9 times out of 10 that doesn't happen. It's like, oh no, I got this for you. Here, have it. It's
No, I can never save things for birthdays. I because I'll either forget I have it or I'll misplace it and then I can't find it.
yeah.
um, I just want to remind everyone, if you're watching, hit that thumbs up button if you're looking for something to do. I've gotten so good at hitting other people's thumbs up buttons because I'm constantly saying it for myself.
I try to do that first, so that way
Yeah.
I don't forget and have to go
Well,
back into my.
I do it with everyone that I'm friendly with, but if it's a new video or something, I always wait until I decided I like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for me it depends on who it is. Right now, I've been watching lots of people do eating challenges. I don't know why. It's
You were
obsessive.
saying, what is that all about?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, I watched somebody called Beard Meets Food, and then I started watching his videos, and now I've gone down a rabbit hole.
I
But I get full watching them, so that'll get you on a diet if you.
yeah. Oof. Yeah, I don't. Food things gross me out.
Yeah,
I
a
don't know
lot of
why.
times when he's at it because he has a big beard, so he's always constantly cleaning the beard, and he'll sometimes be like,
Ugh.
people like, look away, it's gonna get tragic, look away.
How funny.
Yeah. No, I like to watch the episodes with his wife that everybody calls Mrs. Beard. So it's
Oh
like,
my.
oh, it's an episode with Mrs. Beard in. I'll watch. And then then she always like picks on him and whatever. So it's good. It's good fun times.
And what is he doing? He's eating challenges?
Yeah, so a lot of times you can go. There's some in Toronto. He did 4 or 5 episodes when he was in Ontario, and yeah, there's tons of like pubs and restaurants that'll do like burger challenges or all
Oh,
you
I understand. I see
or
what you're
fish
saying.
and chips, right? And then it's
Like a
like they
hot dog eating contest.
yeah, so they go for the what do they call what does Katina call them? The cool t-shirts or whatever, or the fancy
Right.
t-shirts. That's mostly. And then a lot of times if you beat the challenge, you get a free meal because sometimes they're expensive. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like $50 or something. Every once in a while there's ones that they call pay to play where you don't get your money back but you may get a t-shirt. So it's just kind of bragging rights, your picture on a wall, and then
Sounds like a way for the restaurant to make money.
Yeah, and then, and then sometimes, well, it depends on the restaurant. Some of them will do it while it's open and other people are there, and I think some restaurants like it better when people do the food challenges when there's nobody else there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll get like, on their wall if they've completed it, or a lot of places will have a wall of shame. So if you didn't finish it, there's the pile of food that you didn't eat, and they post a photo on the wall, that sort of stuff. So, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing. It kind of, anything food related kind of grosses me out. Even like those TV shows where they have a challenge where you have to eat something gross. It's like, ugh.
yeah, I can't do those, and I don't like. I watched a documentary on what is it called, mukbangs, because I was seeing them all over YouTube, and then I saw a documentary and I'm like, oh, I'll watch that, and it's so gross when people like some of the stuff that they eat and do, and it's a lot of times at their own home. But these eating challenges, can you eat 4 burgers, or can you eat this, 10 pounds of this or whatever sort of thing. So they're usually not so bad. And then the ones I watch are competitive eaters. So it's not like people that will end up, barfing it up or anything while you're watching. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden there was a video and I started watching it, and then I went down a rabbit hole, and now I follow a few other people, and I guess that stops me from buying more makeup. So, but there you go. And then the one girl I watched, the Cantina Eats Kilo, she's 5'2". She's this absolutely teeny thing, and the stuff the stuff that she can pack down her body is like absolute insanity. It's like,
wow.
How can somebody so little eat that much? I do not understand. Still to do hell. Yeah, I find that I'm digging into all the palettes here.
Yeah, I've been into the Halloween one for black now.
Yeah, so I grabbed the darker red out of there, and then I used the other red from the Smells Like Holiday Spirit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might put a little black on the outside. Yeah, no, this palette that's in the Valentine's thing is definitely more for the everyday person, I think.
Yeah, which I guess, that's a good thing, I guess, if that's what you want your brand to have, something for everybody.
Yeah, it's like when Blend Buddy put out that neutral palette, right? For me, it's like, why? But
yeah, right. I remember that. Yeah.
But some people want it, and if they're getting a lot of requests for it, why not, right?
Well, also, if everything that you release is a rainbow palette or bright colored palette, at some point people are going to feel like, well, they have everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, the last one they released was pretty tempting to me. But
what was that? The mermaid one?
Yeah.
Lure?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Yeah, that I really liked. I thought that looked really good. So, and it's not limited edition either. So that's something I can, if I still want it next year, then I can.
Yeah.
No, so far it's only the Shroud one that I'm 100% going to buy next year.
Shroud. Which one is that? Is that
Shroud Cosmetics? So they did the couple Halloween palettes with Batty Bean, who you don't like.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
And then they had some other ones. I guess their first palettes were popular. They were the Creepy Cute palettes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the color stories were fine, but it was the Halloween ones that were a little bit more my speed. So. But their quality is really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to recreate the look I did for the Chucky video.
That was such a great video.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, because I that's the palette I want, that Chucky.
Yeah.
Glamlight X Chucky. Just because it's so unique.
Yeah, and I've never tried them before, so, like, that would be one that I would have pulled the
Yeah,
trigger
me either. Yeah.
to try their formula for sure. Uh, I like the
Hey,
whole
Mel. Hey, Paul.
yeah, I think I would have got the whole if they did because they usually do kind of like a PR type kit with all the pieces. I probably would have got the whole thing for that one.
I'm using a combination of the reds. We're leaning mostly on the unearthly Valentine's palette, but I'm also using the reds and black from one of the quads in the Halloween one. Rodney says there's celebrities eating chicken wings that keep getting hotter and hotter.
Hmm. Yeah, Beard Meats Food did one where it was in the States. It was the hottest pho challenge, and it was 4,000. I can't remember the heat thing that they
Oh
use.
my God, on the Kelvin scale.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like, had this been 10 years ago, I would have been me. I would have been the first one to eat the whole thing. But
Oh
now,
my God.
yeah,
Yeah.
but now I can't. Now, since I've gotten older, the last 10 years, anything above a medium kills me. But I used
Yeah.
to, nothing defeated me. It didn't matter how hot it was, I could eat it no problem.
My brother's like that. He makes his own hot sauces.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Kent. Kent's here from Kent's Piano.
Hello.
He has this baby grand or a grand piano in his living room, and he just plays. He just has videos of himself like sitting down and just this
Nice.
gorgeousness just falls out of his fingers. It's ridiculous.
It's one of those things that I'm still holding against my parents. All my cousins were having piano lessons, and I wasn't allowed piano lessons.
Uh,
Yeah, I still hold it against them. That and they owe me a trip to Disneyland.
I tried to teach myself the piano. My roommate had a piano. She was a singer.
Oh, nice.
But I taught myself the piano the way I taught myself the guitar, which is song by song.
Yeah.
I could play Endless Love on the piano.
Oh, nice.
Two-handed. Took forever to figure it out. These people that can pick up an instrument or sit down at an instrument and just play.
Yeah, that's my friend Chris.
Ugh, wow. So
She's
that's
she's
impressive.
like that with everything. Instruments,
Yeah.
art. She'll take up a sport and just ends up being like an expert at it. She's just one of those annoying people that if I didn't like her, I would have to hate her because she's
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. My nose is running from all the powder today.
They definitely are a little bit. Some of them are a little bit powdery,
Yeah.
but I don't mind. Doo, doo, doo.
I'm the same way, Martha. I can't have anything in the house or I'll eat it all.
Mm-hmm. And then when you actually really crave something, you've already eaten it.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah. But oh well.
Yeah, I have to stop buying chips because I was just buying them too often. Like, I don't need them every day.
Yeah. 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 And then, it's sometimes it's just nicer to have something as a treat, right?
Yeah, make it special.
Yeah, because once it's every day, it isn't quite the same. And then chips are the one is like popcorn. You can't just eat a couple. It's one of those things where before you know it, the whole bag is gone.
Well, you know what I do? I'm just such a nerd. I take a bag of chips, like because you could buy the small bag, but the cheap person inside me won't allow myself to buy them. They're not cost effective. So I'll get the big bag, and then I break it down into little Ziploc bags.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll take the Ziploc bag and sit and watch TV with a smaller amount.
Well, that's
And then when I run out, my mind kind of goes, oh, that's the end of the bag. Like I don't go and get another one.
yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Well, that's smart. Well, that's smart. I always try the just put some in a bowl, but then it's like then you just go back for another bowl. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I'm like that with popcorn though. Like I'll make a bowl, like I'll make a pot of popcorn, and that's it. But it's not hard to make popcorn, so I don't have a lot of trouble making another pot of popcorn.
Mhm. I've been really liking it's a brand called Nooch Pop, and then they make some really fun flavors with their popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like cheesy lime and
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
what's happening here? Did you see Teresa's new video with the
Oh my God.
Anti foundation?
Well, I thought it was very funny that she said, "Oh, this is my perfect shade." It's like you look dead.
Yeah.
That is the lightest, like that is the whitest foundation I've ever seen you try to use.
Well, because she has the same problem that I have. Like back in the day, I had to take the lightest color. There was
Yeah,
there was no choice. It was okay, whatever.
yeah,
Ivory, go, right? But now that they make so much choice, sometimes I don't think and I'll be like, okay, go get the lightest shade. I'll forget. And then I get it
yeah,
home and it's like, yeah, it's like literally brand new snow colored. And it's like, oh, damn it.
yeah.
Trying to be better now. And yeah. No, if I wouldn't have got rid of the kimchi one that I had open, I would have said we should just swap and see who had the worst one.
No kidding, because I even said to her, I think in a comment, I said, it looks like the kimchi foundation to me.
Yeah.
Because it dried her skin right out.
Yeah. Oh, I was totally getting flashbacks from that. It was like I tried mixing other colors in, and I just couldn't. It was like, you know what? Forget it. Garbage. So the powder I'm finishing up, but I managed to figure that out to work. But that foundation was way too much work. But yeah, no, it was funny. As soon just from the beginning, like when she first the video first turned on, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a little scary there, sister.
Well, I love it when they say this is good for people with oily skin, but anyone can use it. It's like, no,
No.
it's a lie.
I mean, I know sometimes it can be technique. Like there were a few people saying, "Oh, try this, try that," and sometimes
Right.
that's works. I've figured that out with some foundations that I thought were terrible, and then once I did either different skincare or a different primer, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, this looks good now. Okay, I can at least
Right.
finish this off, right?" But every once in a while, you get one that no matter what you do, it's not gonna be good. The kimchi was one of those.
And it was so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't buy it, but like I know how much it was.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saving my Sephora gift card to buy that KVD foundation, and then I ended up buying a perfume instead. Now I'm glad that's what I did.
Yeah, yeah. My nose won't stop running.
I hate when that happens.
Oh, now the other nostril. Normally it's just one nostril.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dix. Teresa reviewed the KVD
Good.
liquid foundation.
Yeah, the Good Apple one.
Good Apple foundation. Yeah, because the other Good Apple was a bomb, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if she ended up liking that one either. I can't remember if she
I don't
bought
think she did.
because I thought she bought that one as well, and I think that was the reason why because I love balm foundations. I think I'm gonna wear one today.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that after she was like, nope, I'm like, okay, forget it. So
Yeah. I finished that Sheen bomb you sent me.
oh nice. It's good, right?
Yeah, I really, really liked it.
Yeah. Once I finish my Danessa Myrix one, I'll go back to that one, using that one too.
You must get it delivered quite quickly being in Vancouver.
It didn't take too long. I mean, it did, but oh, where's my spray? Because Shein can take a while. I think the clothes take longer than the makeup does.
Uh,
Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, I think it took 3 weeks, but you always have to pay. They have a little insurance. If you pay for that, you'll get it faster. The first time I did it with the insurance, they refunded and I had to reorder it.
oh.
And then it took a long time. So when I did my second order with their makeup, I was like, okay, I'll get that little insurance and see what happens. And then it came relatively quickly. So I was like, all right, that's the ticket. Yeah.
Paul says he thinks he's the only one that wants to see KVD go away. I have to say, I've not ever really bought a lot from that brand. She was kind of already on the way out when I started looking at other brands.
There wasn't a lot that I liked from her. I know a lot of people really liked her eyeliner. I think it was terrible. Yeah. Her original foundation powder was terrible, but her liquid lipsticks were pretty bomb.
Well, and she's the reason that Jeffree Star got into makeup.
Yeah.
And why he started with liquid lipstick is she introduced him to her lab.
Which is funny because her liquid lipstick is really good and his is crappy. Like, I hate his liquid lipstick. It's so gross. And that's another one. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's got the best liquid lipstick," and to me, it turns like gum on my lips. So, yeah, it just gets really gross. I just do not like it.
I think a lot of drag queens liked his liquid lipstick because they could use it for eyeliner and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it might have worked better for that, but I think at the time when I tried, I bought a couple shades and I didn't know that you could do that. So then another friend told me, "Oh, if you stick it in the fridge, that helps." So I thought, okay, I'll do that. And then instead of taking a minute and a half to get gummy, it might have taken 5 minutes, but it still ended up getting gross and gummy. So I just contacted my friend and I'm like, "Do you want it?" She's like, "Oh, I can always use it back up." And I'm like, "Here." Yeah. But Kat Von D's liquid lipsticks I always liked, and they made a really good brow powder. So I went.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I went through a couple of those. I'm really upset that that's one of the things that they discontinued was the brow struck because it was really good. I would have bought some more if they hadn't.
trying to read Paul's.
I'm gonna say we must be so exciting to watch.
He says that KVD had its moment and was great at the time, and now she's gone. Just kill it or change the name completely. Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people are brand loyal to KVD particularly.
No, I mean, they've tried changing the name a few times, but they just never deviate enough. Like they called it kindness something vegan beauty to try and keep the letters, and it's like just change it. Just change it to goth beauty or something, or you know, I think people would have been fine if you would have changed it, but I think they felt they were too committed to that look that she had done.
Right.
She makes really nice shoes now, but they're too expensive.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she makes awesome vegan shoes. I like anything that has bats on it, and she has like 2 or 3 different styles with bats and spider webs. They're very cool.
Oh, nice.
But I don't want to pay $400 for a pair of shoes.
No.
No, thank you. Paying for my tattoo will be expensive enough.
Yeah, no kidding. When have you got that booked for?
March 4th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so not too long. She's done the design is all ready. So yeah, she's a gal from Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Been having trouble getting in with my normal girl and other people here. Everybody's just so busy. So when she popped up, I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try, see if I can get in. And yeah, she had a spot available. So I was like, excellent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was very happy about that. All right, I'm gonna have to go and get something else.
She's leaving me.
There we go. When I need a shimmery red, Bitter Lace Beauty comes through.
Oh yeah, yeah, you use that on your Chucky video.
I thought I might add a little bit of that on the edge. Yeah.
Is my white liquid? Where are you seeing white? I haven't put any white on my face yet, except for my primer, which is the P. Louise eye primer in white. So maybe that's what you meant. So yes, it's liquid.
Yeah, I'm really starting to really enjoy the P. Louise base.
Yeah, I like it as well. I didn't think I would. Part of me didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, I heard hit and miss stuff about it, and then some people say some shadows don't go well with it, but so far it's been pretty good. So
yeah, I used the Urban Decay one first, and it was so drying, and I hated it.
I thought it was okay, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was definitely not one of the better ones. I think that's the one everybody starts with, and then it works okay. But then when you start comparing it to other ones, then you know that it's not. It's just fine. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy much from them anymore either. Their setting spray I like occasionally buy, but there's not too much Urban Decay that I like anymore either. There we go. So how many more episodes is there supposed to be for Drag Race 15? Do we know?
Well, there's 10 girls left now, so there would have to be 6 more to get you to top 4, and then 1 more after that, so 7. But there could be, with this Lip Sync Palooza next week, I don't know how many people will be going home or if they're bringing anyone back.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because the way they kind of did that ending, it looked like it could be either way, that a whole bunch of people are leaving or somebody's coming back that they don't want to come
Yeah.
back. Right.
Yeah.
There we go. Contemplating if I should do some gems today.
Oh, I totally have an allergy, Dixie. I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. But when I put makeup on, the powder gets right up my nose, and sometimes it really affects me, and sometimes it doesn't. Today, it's affecting me.
That's where I'm lucky. As long as I'm not in grass, I'm okay. Grass is the only thing that I'm allergic to.
Yeah, like right before we started filming, I was fine.
Oh, that's Murphy's Law, right?
Yeah. And then when I'm not filming and I'm putting on my makeup, I'm fine.
Been really liking this Elf Cosmetics Vitamin C putty primer.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was reading the.
Oh, the Elf Vitamin C putty primer. That one's really good.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I was just reading Dixie saying, "Oh no, it's Paul." He says, "Just give it to Sasha Colby already."
Oh, she's so talented. So beautiful. Though every time I see her without brows, though, it freaks me out. She needs brows. If anybody needs brows, it's Sasha.
Yeah, she's got a severe face for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so funny when they were saying that everybody was like, yeah, no, that she's already picked for a winner. And I was like, oh, brother. And then you start watching her and you're like, yeah, I can see why. But I definitely would have liked more of the longer episodes.
Well, they're saying that with the return of the 90-minute, they're going to make the 90-minute versions available, I guess, on MTV's website or.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I'm not interested in watching any more of what I've already seen.
Yeah, I would have liked it as it was airing, but once you know, who goes home or what the end of the episode is, it doesn't really matter anymore, right? Like the decision is made, so.
I just watched the pit stop with Bianca and Candy Muse. I didn't think it was going to be that fun to watch. It was really funny.
No, it was really good. No, I actually liked her on her season too. No, I'm glad. Like I never had interest in watching the pit stop really, and then Bianca came on, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out now. And then I ended up laughing my ass off. I like how this week she just when Candy asked her about her shoes, where the black sock boots were, and she's like, "What?
Yeah.
Always wearing high heel shoes. What are you talking about?"
Ooh. These eyebrows are going on rough today.
Yeah, I could never do that, shaving them off, because I'm
No.
not that steady enough to put on eyebrows. Are you gonna watch the Belgium drag race?
No. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of over a lot of it, or I need to take at least a break for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of other people will be, and that's great. But I don't think I'll be one of them.
Yeah. I keep forgetting things.
Oh, BookTube Goddess is here. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
She's at work. Shame on you.
I do that sometimes. I watch lives at work. It's easy to do it when I'm home, but like tomorrow I'll be in the office, so somebody would be live. But we just have to put on some headphones and I'll be on with Sylvia on Wednesday.
You're at work Wednesday?
No, I'm office tomorrow, but Wednesday I'm doing that live with Sylvia.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That'll be fun. I'm going to tune in for that.
Yeah, I haven't. She was the first person I ever went live with.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
When was that?
Last year. It was probably pretty mid last year, I think. I think I've gone twice with her. Yeah, she's so sweet. Yeah, she's
Where's
trying
she
out. She's in
Where's she located?
She's in the Netherlands.
Oh, really? Wow.
So she lives in Holland but works in Germany.
Oh, is that right? How funny.
Yeah, so she crosses the border every day to go to work.
It's so funny. I remember when I first saw where Germany was, I thought it was further in for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, everything's a lot closer over there than we think it is.
Yeah.
Because it's way smaller. Like it doesn't take that long to get from France out to the Netherlands.
Anywhere.
By train or whatever, yeah.
Oh, Dixie says she shaved her eyebrows off when she was young and foolish. So last week, Dixie?
Oh, too funny. I mean, I do like getting them done, but one of my aunts, when she was in her 20s, shaved her legs and the hair never grew back.
Lucky.
Yeah, right. But can you imagine you've done that to the eyebrows and they never, and then you wanted them,
Yeah.
and you wanted them to come back? Like I always had
Yeah.
an aunt that always shaved them off and drew them back on, and I was always like, why?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the reasoning. Like in makeup I do, but just as, when I was younger, just seeing my aunt do it, it was just like, if you were shaving them off because they bothered you and left them off, cool, but why are you drawing them back on? Your volume's off.
Sorry, I was just coughing.
Oh.
Kent says he's charting, so he's going to have to turn his volume off. But are you writing music, Kent, or charting something for like an orchestra? I have to lean out of camera to see because the lights are right in my eyes. Oh my God, I thought you meant when you said charting music. So funny. Oh, Tim Cravy's here. Hey, Tim.
So you're filming are you going to film tonight, The Princess Bride, or when are you filming that?
No, I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because if I did it tonight, I'd have to take all this makeup off and start again.
Gotcha.
Oh. Oh my God. I don't really know all the details, Tim, but it sounds like it's really, somebody made a great argument. I was listening to somebody in the legislature make a great argument about saying that cheerleaders wear less than some of the drag queens. Booktube Goddess says Arkansas can kiss her painted bum. I didn't know that was your secret to putting makeup on, Booktube, but it's looking good on you. Oh, Elizabeth's here. Hey, hey.
Hey, Elizabeth. Should have a musical interlude.
We should. You could sing at any moment.
Oh, nobody wants me to sing. Then you're going to see people run for the hills. I can clear a room, no problem.
Oh.
The sad thing is, I love to sing. I'm just very crap at it.
I always I spray my face a couple of times when I'm putting makeup on.
Mhm.
Like once after I do my eyes, and then once after I do my contour, and then once after blush.
Highlighter.
Hi, Elena K. BookTube Goddess says that there's some states requiring kids to have a note from home to check out LGBTQ books.
All right.
I was muted, Eric. I'm sorry.
So what are you going to do after this?
I'm just reading Tim Cravey. Oh, thanks, Tim. Say hi to Joe Michael for me. What state are you guys in? Is it Arkansas? Something southern. It's adorable. I don't have anything planned after this. Take some pictures, I suppose.
Ah.
I always forget to take pictures. It's terrible.
All your gorgeous makeup looks.
For me, it's just the putting on that's more exciting.
Yeah, no, totally. I find it very restful. Except for maybe these gems.
I was going to do gems, but I'm just not strong enough.
One flipped over.
Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Yes, everyone hit the like button. God damn it.
All right, stay put.
I don't have a favorite to win Drag Race yet. I think I'd like Sasha Colby to win just because she's just being the most user-friendly of all the queens.
I like Anitra too.
Yeah, I wish she would sparkle because she's just kind of getting lost in the shuffle still.
Yeah, I think it's that half-hour editing. They just pick who their favorites are, whoever's the most dramatic, and then that's who they focus on, I think.
Yeah.
And then the one who did Dolly Parton, I can never remember her name.
Lucy LaDuca, yeah.
Yeah, I like Lucy too.
I don't know. She's a bit whiny this week. If she had been brilliant with a great character in Daytona Wins and her runway had been more impactful, because it was cute, but it wasn't impactful, then I could see why she would be upset just being safe.
Yeah. But I guess everybody is proud of what they do, or they think that they're the best, right? Or they wouldn't be doing
Well,
that.
if they didn't think they were the best, no one would, right?
Yeah. So I can see why. I can imagine you put in all this hard work and then everybody's like, yeah, you're safe. See ya. Or you're on
Well,
the
the
ball.
alternative is you're not safe.
Yeah. I always say for the very first episode, win or be safe. Because at least then you kind of know what they're looking for and then you can kind of go from there.
Yeah.
And I always think that they should never send somebody home the first episode.
I agree.
It's like it's such a already, I think, nerve-wracking thing to have to do. And then before you even get your bearings, they're like, see you later, alligator.
Yeah, right?
I think that's my only real pet peeve with the show is the sending somebody home first episode.
Yeah.
And it's sad that Canada went so crappy. It was I really
Oh,
loved the first season, and then
yeah. Yeah, I can't stand watching it. It really grits my teeth.
I think the first one is the only one that I watched the full season. I had to pick the smallest gems on the planet, honestly. I just got to stop myself from eating my Valentine's Day dinner a day early. It looks really good.
Well, you're a stronger woman than I.
Well, I have to buy salad already. I thought, oh, salad, will it be as good tomorrow? Let's eat it today. But everything else I left.
Oh, my nose. That is a good suggestion, Elizabeth. Having the first episode be an extended, like Meet the Queens type of thing.
Oh, yeah, that would be good too. So I think that's the part that I like the best is getting to know them and then whatever all they're wearing and their makeup and
The whole thing about Queens going broke for the show, I don't have any sympathy for that. That's their choice. I understand that they want to make an impression on the runway, but we've seen really good runway not save a queen.
yeah. I think you have to know what the happy medium is. You don't want it to be so they go, "Oh my god, that's off the rack from H&M," but
Yeah.
then it doesn't also need to be, whoever the designer du jour is,
Well,
either.
also, when I was making clothes for queens, I never charged them a lot. I charged them to cover my time, but like I wasn't charging them designer prices.
Yeah, I just don't know how if everybody else is the same or if again it's a way to make
No, of course not. But at the same time, it's like if my making somebody an outfit and they win wearing my outfit gets me more people calling me to do sewing, then it allows me to hire people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, every once in a while the doing it for the exposure is good.
Yeah. But also, they don't need to spend that much. They can shop around. There are other people out there making costumes that aren't, charging an arm and a leg, literally.
That's true.
A lot of these queens are going to like Marco Marco and all these names in LA that everyone goes to. And this is why looks on the runway keep repeating.
Yeah.
Personally, I enjoyed the times when people were wearing stuff down the runway they'd actually made themselves. It gives you a better sense of who the queen is.
I miss the sewing challenges and see them. And see which queen hasn't learned after X amount of seasons that you need to know how to sew.
Idiots.
And hot glue gunning everything.
There used to be a time where every drag queen could at least make a dress if they needed to.
Who was it that did the challenge with the 5-minute sewing dress that they made on
O'Hara, Raja O'Hara.
Oh yeah.
Mo Hart makes her own stuff. Lots of queens make their own stuff. You don't have to make everything. Like, I think that a finale gown should be made. Like, have it made.
Yeah, I could see
but
that.
There should be some runway looks that you just put together. Yeah, that first couple of seasons of Drag Race was like nobody came in wearing merchandise already. They weren't branded. They just wanted to compete to be the winner of a couple $1,000s, not.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's so much money on the line. Like, it's almost $250,000. Mind you, Americans lose half of that to taxes right away, but still,
Yeah.
$100,000 in America goes a long way.
Yeah, in some places you can buy a house with that.
Yeah. Or if you put it in the bank, you could definitely live off of it for sure. Not well or large, but you put that in the bank and then go and do your gigs weekly at the pub, you're probably doing better than most.
Yeah. That is true. Especially until you get your name really out there.
Well, having that kind of money in the bank too allows you to like travel for work or, invest in a few things, maybe a car. But then there's also that Isis Couture, like she spent a lot of her winnings on costumes because she was a winner. She had to dress like a winner.
Yeah. Yeah, I could use $100,000 right now.
Yeah, Tim and Joe Michael bought a house in Arkansas for $11,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like watching on Instagram that's the cheap old houses. Yeah, and it's like I just see in the
Yeah,
States and it's just like, oh my gosh, like
yeah.
that doesn't get you even a drug den here, and then you get a beautiful
No, no.
heritage home somewhere in the States. It's like it's crazy.
And now in Ontario, if you're in a city that used to be affordable but is considered a commuter town, they're charging everything at Toronto prices.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Oh.
Here. Heck is on there?
I can't imagine that there's any house in in Canada, Martha, that isn't starting at $1 million these days. Unless I don't know, Edmonton, north of Edmonton. I don't know. I'm surprised every time I hear what people paid.
I think Nova Scotia is still relatively cheap, but
That's
then
true, but it's
no work, right?
now they have oil money in Newfoundland, so now all the prices are going up there.
Hmm.
Kenmont Avenue, which is one of the major streets out of St. John's, Newfoundland,
Yeah.
used to have nothing on it, like more like warehouse things. And the last time I was there, luxury car dealers right up the street, like 5 or 8 of them. Who needs that?
Hmm. No, that's crazy. I have some friends that live in Newfoundland.
I love Newfoundland. I haven't been there in years, but I used to perform there almost every year.
Nice. I'd like to go. I've been to Nova Scotia, but I haven't gone to Newfoundland.
Yeah. Halifax and Newfoundland were like 2 weeks side by side. And I loved it. And then I went to St. John, New Brunswick once, and that was gorgeous. But
New
there's
Brunswick.
that's another poor city.
I was just gonna say that's one where you never hear anything. You're like,
No,
do they actually do anything there? Does anything happen? I never hear anything about New Brunswick ever.
well, no, but apparently there's this one family or this one man that owns everything and is a bit of an asshole about it. And I don't know. It's a huge art community out there. But most cities like that do have huge art communities. It's also a port town, so cruise ships go there.
Yeah, it's like here in Vancouver. We got so many cruise ships.
Yeah, so you get that industry. funny. I finally feel like the powder. I'm using more powder, and I guess the trick is to use more powder, and it neutralizes the little bit of powder that's bothersome.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Powell. Hey, Powell. Oh. A farm for 300,000. Wow. I'm using from the Surrender palette, the blush palette from Unearthly's Valentine's Day. I'm using the pink one, the middle one.
That's the one I used.
Yeah. I just like this. I still put highlighter down first, but I like the shine that's on here. It's not aggressive, the shine. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Martha loves your turban.
Oh, thank you.
I do too. I think that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's from a lady from Australia called Mrs. Edgley. She does all sorts of clothes and hair turbans. I want the green one. She makes these are the original style that she had, and she makes some of these beautiful. Yeah, one day I'll get the green one. Maybe if I go a whole year without shopping.
Oh, I just made a huge mess of my beauty mark. It's now a beauty splurk. That's all right. I don't mind. I can work with it. I'll just say I'm from the old country.
There you go. Right. I need a little bit more shimmer here.
It's funny when I do it just like the point of my eyeliner, it's so hard to see it. So maybe that's just Jesus telling me more.
There you go. Do you use a liquid one or a?
Yeah, well, yes, but it's the worst. It's this e.l.f. one. This is the worst e.l.f. liquid liner. If you've ever bought it, I feel your pain.
Yeah, I don't like any of their
This
liner.
is terrible. This is the worst. And e.l.f., I love e.l.f. Look, I'm using their setting spray. I really do like e.l.f., but that pen is just disastrous. So it's perfect for a beauty mark.
They're really good, but if they decide to go wrong, they go truly wrong.
Right off the rails, yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
I always end up making my lips look like I'm like sneering, you know?
The Lucille ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Do a beauty spot too.
There you go.
It's funny. I really love reds and pinks, but then after I put them on, I'm like, do I?
Yeah, right.
All right. So it is. All right.
Oh, Dixie Ray loves your lip.
Ah, thanks. Use that raspberry shade, and then I had in my
Tim
Christmas
thinks you look
box.
rococo.
Yeah, and then I used a lip gloss from the Smells like Teen Spirit collection. It went really well.
I'd never heard of that before you used it in your video.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just before, like I wanted it and then it was too expensive. And then they had, when they were changing from Alien to Unearthly, you got 50% off.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, now I can finally get this one. The In the Dark palette was already sold out. So I couldn't, that was the other one that I wanted, but I really liked this one. And then it comes with the 3 lip glosses. So that middle one worked really well with the raspberry.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when they were doing that changeover, I checked out their site because the prices sounded really good, but
yeah,
I didn't really nothing was really left by the time I got there.
Yeah, no, I was lucky that one was there. Like I said, that other one was the After Midnight or whatever it was. That one was gone. And then I needed, because I went to go get this new palette because I needed an empty palette. So because that was new, and I was like, oh, I get that for 50% off. And
yeah.
And I love their blushes, like their matte blushes. I just have an orange one. I'd like to get all of them.
It's so funny, you know, I'm so used to blush palettes. I can't imagine buying a single blush.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is I have a few blush palettes, but I don't use them as much as I do single ones. I just find it easier just to dig through my drawer and
yeah. For drag makeup, I use a bunch of blushes to create depth, you know, and contour.
Yeah.
So to have a couple in a palette really is helpful.
No, for sure.
I have a wig. It's a red wig that looks like your turban.
Oh, it's funny. I was going to
don't know where it is.
I have a short bobbed bright red wig in this color, but I thought if we ever shoot something with Carrie or something, then I can bring one of those out.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have a green one, a black one. I have a whole bunch in the same bobbed. Because I always wanted, like, girls from Asia have the very super straight hair and have that really nice angled bob, but my hair don't do that. No. So wigs were the only way I could get to that look and have it nice and straight without like trying to iron my hair or whatever, which after an hour would get all curly and fuzzy anyways. So yeah.
Queer Mom Acing It lives in Japan, and I was really surprised to hear how humid it gets there.
Yeah.
So her hair is just madness on some days.
I even put some lashes on. They're not that big, but
come on.
No, I have the Elena and I have the same one. They're really huge ones that we got from Amazon, but I thought I'd use the last couple that I had from Shein or AliExpress or something.
Right.
I thought, since it's only going to be on for a little bit, let's just use the super cheapy lashes, even cheaper than cheap lashes.
Yeah, right. I love putting on the eyelashes. I don't know why. It just, no matter how crappy I think my makeup looks.
Oh, the lashes, especially when they're big, they
save everything. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Right. I've been listening to a lot of music on YouTube for some reason. And one of the people, I was saying this yesterday during our chat, one of the people I listen to a lot is Demure. And they have this one song, Little L. And I have it running through my head today for some reason.
Yeah, I remember selling tons and tons of that album when it came out.
I just love that jazzy fusion music, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of flack in America for trying to sound like, they said he was trying to sound like Stevie Wonder. And I guess he did sound a bit like Stevie Wonder, but the music was so different.
Yeah. Well, it's like Rick Astley too, right? Everybody thought he was a
Oh my God, I love Rick Astley's voice.
man, and
I
then
was
he's
so
just
surprised to find out that he wasn't a 50-year-old black man, though.
yeah, no, totally. I was in England when that song came out, and then I remember
Oh,
watching. I think we were watching like BBC One or whatever, and then they showed the music video, and it was like, oh my God, like, you are not at all what I expected.
who's that 12-year-old in the trench coat?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And especially a ginger, right? So.
Right? Because
Yeah.
we'll poison the well. It's my favorite line from Anna Green Gables. Oh, she's a ginger. She'll poison the well. They weren't wrong.
Hey, we have another neighbor on our Dixie doesn't live that far from me.
Oh, where is Dixie located? I used to know.
She's
I don't
in
retain things.
she's in Cloverdale.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of between Surrey and Langley.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have some fun like antique stores and stuff there. A couple good coffee shops. My friend and I go every once in a while, go down there and look at vintage stuff and grab coffee. And I like that wig.
I like this wig too. I like a kicky wig. Like, I just love a.
Yeah, that's why I used to like having bobs, because when you swing your hair and it's
Yeah.
same.
And it always kind of falls back where it needs to go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it looks great.
Except that this needs that. There we go.
Aw, nice.
So I was talking to Eve, and she said she's giving her daughter a box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll reach out to Shimona and say, let me know when the box is there. I'll come and grab it. Yeah. Well, then maybe she can cut my bangs at the same time.
Was she a hairdresser? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Shimona is my hairdresser, one of my pinup photographers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's super talented. Yeah. Yes. And then her mom's like hair flowers and stuff are always usually there. So it's always my hair done. It's like, ooh, I like that one.
Well, this is I featured this on I don't remember what video, but I put a link to Eve Dupree accessories, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And she has a great Instagram that's got all of these little headpieces that she makes, and some of them are quite big.
Yeah, I have
There's
one.
a couple with horns, and I didn't want to tell her I want one with horns, but I want one with horns.
Yeah, I have a big one that has like donuts, and it's a Christmassy one, but it's like in purples, and yeah, it's very cool. It's very heavy though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I think
this gold shimmer in the Surrender eyeshadow palette, this gold one down here, is so pink when you use it. I'm using it as a highlight on my lips.
Yeah, I like that one. I did a look. That was the second
so
look.
Pink.
Yeah. Look at you. Oh, gorgeous.
Am I gorgeous? Yeah, gorgeous. Look at you.
Gorgeous.
I feel like there should be a riveting or a metal what did they do during the war where you donate your metal, scrap metal drive?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to put a bit of my P. Louise blush on. I just feel like when I look in the camera, when I look here, I have far too much makeup on. But when I look in the camera, it's like, oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah, it always I know. Sometimes too, when I go out, it's like it doesn't seem as extreme, and then I'll go out and I'll see myself in a window somewhere and be like, ooh. Get that down a little of a notch there.
Yeah. Look at that tramp. Who's that tramp? Oh, it's me.
Yeah, right.
I washed all of my sponges this morning.
I washed my brushes while I was at the computer. I was like, oh, let's just make sure I wash the brushes. So all of a sudden I don't have a green eye look.
Do you have a brush cleaner or something you were going to do a test on, or was that you?
Yeah, I've been finishing up a Sephora one, and then I have one from Sigma. So I bought
Oh yeah.
their liquid. I mean, I had a couple sachets that I tried. I really like it, but I want to try more, like using a proper bottle and trying it. So and see how that works. But I'm
Oh,
really
Dixie says we're making her feel like a boy. I feel like having a boy too.
It took me a second. I was like, what?
I have so much white on my face, so I feel like I have Ruth Buzzy chin. Not that I have a problem with that. I follow her on Twitter. She is so funny. Unless
Yeah,
she died, and then I feel badly. But I don't think she's dead yet.
yeah. No, I can't do Twitter. I gave up my account a while back.
I understand. Yeah, I only have it because I don't do Facebook.
Yeah.
Although on Facebook, I link all of my Instagram posts to Facebook, and then I'll go to Facebook and I have like 400 messages. I'm like, oh, I'm such an asshole.
Yeah, you should keep the thing with linking your Instagram with your Facebook. If they hack your Instagram and steal your Instagram, they could actually go in the back end and get your Facebook too. So
Oh,
yeah,
I've
so
never had that happen, but I've had it happen to friends.
Yeah, same. So I was like, oh, and a few of them were like, oh, I was able to they didn't think to go into the back end, the people that took their account. So they were able to go and
Right.
unhook their Facebook. But it's like, so I right away was like, okay, nope, I won't do the dual posting thing anymore.
Yeah.
So just in case, right?
Yeah, I think I'll stop doing it too, just because I feel like I'm teasing people because I don't go in there very often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think of this as being, some people when I wear this, they think I look like Endora, but I think I look like Ginger on Gilligan's Island. Ooh.
Yes. I always wanted to be Marianne though.
Yeah, me too. Marianne had a brain.
Yes. Yes.
I always wondered why Ginger was going on a 3-hour tour with all those gowns.
Yeah.
It never made sense to me.
Like,
Well, how stupid is Ginger if she brought everything she owned just in case? Just in case.
I used to be like that when I went on a holiday, and now it's like it has to go on a carry-on when I get on, but when I get off on the other end, I usually just buy another suitcase to put in all the stuff that I buy.
Yeah. Like when I tour, I take in my carry-on, my stage clothes, like so, my good shoes, a nice shirt, pants, like something I would perform in.
Yeah.
And if I can, like maybe 2 shirts. All of my I don't take any toiletries because I either buy them when I'm wherever I am, or the hotel often has them for free.
Yeah.
And then my suitcase, I never check a suitcase when I'm going because I can literally almost carry everything I need in my carry-on. But I do take a suitcase. It's usually empty, and then I fill it up with stuff when I'm wherever I am.
Yeah. No, it's just like I don't mind waiting to get my luggage when I'm at home, but I hate
Yeah.
when I get to my destination to have to wait. I just want to go. I just want to go and start my vacation, visit my friends, or do whatever, right?
Yeah. I hear a lot of drug mules have that headspace.
Yeah.
I hate waiting for my luggage. Yeah, because the cops are coming.
Damn, you got my secret.
You know who I've been watching a lot on YouTube for some reason, I don't know why I'm so late to the party. Sarah Millican. She's a British Chloe. I'm going to send you a link because right now she's touring her Bobby Dazzler tour, but she has 2 other tours: Thoroughly Modern Millican and Homebird, and they're like an hour and a half comedy shows, and it's just her standing on stage talking. It's just quite a high, weird little voice, and she's from Geordie. I'm trying to think what that area really is like. Really called. But anyway, she's from an area like if you've ever seen Geordie Shore or heard of it, it's like the Jersey Shore in America, but it's
Got you. Yeah.
British, and they're all kind of like they're the ones the girls will go out in a tracksuit with can rollers in their head.
Oh yeah, they
With a
have a
scarf.
name. Yeah, they have a name for it, and I always forget it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a name for those girls. Yeah, yeah,
But she's just so lovely, but she's also incredibly filthy. And she doesn't swear a lot, but she will say, like, a lot of the time she says, "Oh, my fanny," and because we're in North America, I think her bum.
yeah. No.
And like we use the term fanny pack here and there, it just makes them squeal with laughter because I think it sounds like a dirty TV show. Fanny pack. Let's see what we can get in there. But
You're funny.
but she is so funny, and she's like over the course of her career, like she started her career, like her comedy, after having like a crappy government job, like a pencil pushing job, something like that.
Yeah.
And she 6 years into it, she was like the biggest name in comedy in Britain.
Oh
And
wow.
she's still a huge draw. Like people just can't get enough of her. And I quite like her because I like how she writes, but I'm going to send you a link to at least one or two other things.
No, I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd like her a lot. She's really cute. And like very user friendly. She does a lot of talking with the audience, but I have to say, a lot of British comics do that. And I like that because I do that. I'm an improvisational comic. Like I'll go on stage without material.
Yeah.
And I just talk to people because I'm always hosting, right? So it's easier for me not to have a set prepared.
Yeah.
But I love just talking to people, and somebody will say something and I just say some smart thing back at them and everyone squeals with laughter and I'm a star.
Nice.
But that's my wheelhouse, smart answers. A wedge of lemon and a smart answer for everything.
There you go.
That's a Sophia quote, by the way. I've been watching also The New Adventures of Old Christine.
Oh
Julia
yeah.
Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Like they have this child that's clearly borderline challenged on some level. But there's at one point her husband's dating the new Christine, and then she's dating somebody else and breaks up with him. And then when she runs into him again, he's dating somebody else named Christine. And she's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Like just constantly saying, Wanda Sykes is in it. And Hamish Linklater plays her brother, and he's this tall, lanky idiot. And I am thoroughly in love with him. I just think he is the cutest thing since sliced bread. He was in the movie Battleship with
Oh yeah, I like that movie. That was actually pretty good.
he was the scientist who kept saying, "This isn't good. Like, why are you all happy that you're like,
Yeah.
this didn't go well with Columbus?" He is just that kind. I don't know why, but that's my type. I'm partial to tall people because I'm tall. I'm just uncomfortable with my own height. I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you grew up. I don't care what language you speak. Unless it's Russian. I'm sorry, but I love a Russian accent. That's another thing. That dry communist sense of humor is delicious. But also when they talk like this, it's just me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's Hamish Linklater with a Russian accent, I'll push you down by your face, Chloe.
Out of the way.
Out of the way! He's mine! He's mine!
I've had the same crush since 1984.
Oh, Eric Frank, me too. Hi, Eric. Me too, which part? Is it something that y'all were talking about or something I just said? But yeah, Hamish Linklater, I looked him up, and I don't know if he does a lot of theater or anything, but he did The New Adventures of Old Christine, and I think that went on for 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And then he did that movie, and I've really not seen him in anything in between. So either he made a lot of money, or he does theater, or he just doesn't spend his money and he lives in a van. I don't know, but I'm okay with any of it. I think this went really well.
Mm-hmm.
We both finished at around the same time. It didn't take too long. How long has this been going on now? 2 hours? Just over 2 hours. This is the fastest face I think I've ever put on in my life.
Good. Well, I think it's easier too if you know what products you're going to use. Like you got your set thing, and I think it
Yeah,
makes
because
it easier to put
what
it.
I do for my looks is often like, for instance, I knew I was wearing that blue wig the other day, and I was going to wear the pink sequin thing with it. I was actually going to wear a neutral sequin, but I thought, oh, I'll wear the pink.
Yeah.
So that immediately took pink and blue out of the makeup. So green. And then, well, what green? And I was looking at palettes like that Interstellar palette, which I love. I just haven't really used it yet. So I did that. And the same with this palette, using the reds in this palette. I used this palette for all my eyebrows as well. I used
I think it turned out really
I used
well.
these two colors for my eyebrows. And
No, I
then there
wanted
was
to
this.
wear a red top, but I couldn't find one, so I had to wear some.
Well, she is gorgeous. I wonder who that is.
Look at her.
That's the Denise Cherneau autumnal Wilma, which
Yeah.
is the look that I'm wearing in real life here.
Yes.
I actually was going to put this on the other day for some reason. I don't know why. Because the wig lives with those leaves in it. Because I have so many wigs, thanks to Denise, that I just can't.
So I thought, oh, I'll wear some Wilma, and then I found that. I was like, okay, let's go. I know it's somewhere in my closet. So yes. So not bad. 2 hours.
Oh, taller than me, Eric. Yes, yes. Are you tall? You're 6'2". Oh, God bless you. I'm 6'4", 6'3".
5'10".
One of my best friends is 6'7". God bless him.
Oh, Lady
He's the only
Jenny.
person I can hear at a party. Our heads are above the din, so we can. He'll say something, I'll go, "Oh, I know," but somebody else will say something, I'll go, "Huh?"
How are you
Oh,
feeling?
Lady Jenny, anytime's here. Hey, you're up late, Lady Jenny. Does your mother know? She's yelling at us. Her caps are on.
Oh yeah, it would be like 2 a.m. or something there, isn't it?
What time is it here now? 8. Yeah. No, 1 in the morning. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah. It's so funny. I see your name. I was going to say, oh, Chloe Demure's here. Well, she is here. She's right there.
Yes, trying to read without my glasses, with my glasses not wrecking everything.
Well, I can't. Now that I have my eyelashes on, I can't see anything. It's 1:10 in the morning there. And she's up and ready to cause trouble. Good for you. Under cover of the night. I just watched that movie Legend with Tom Hardy, the sexy son of a gun, where he plays the twins, the Cray twins. They have the most delicious accent. He has the most. Both of the boys had different accents in his portrayal of them, and they were both just delicious. I love both of their accents. I don't know what region it is where people use an F for a TH. So
I don't know.
It's just charming. Like some accents are lovely. Like I just like the uniqueness of, or what like I wish that my accent was more clear to me, because
I think Canadians don't have an accent.
What's that?
I always
think I do.
Well, no, I don't think Canadians or Americans, unless you're down south, have an accent. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, I love your accent." And I'm like, "Accent? What?"
Yeah.
I thought we were
But
accent.
you know what it is? Canadians pronounce all the vowels. That's why things sound like a boot. When we say about, we pronounce the O. But in America, it's a bat. So they don't. And I remember I was auditioning for something once, and they said, "Could you sound less Canadian?" It's like, no, I was born here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I always just
Why
think
are you casting this here, you idiot?
Yeah.
But I love a good accent. I like doing accents. When Wilhelmina, Ted Morris, and I are playing board games with his boyfriend, we do all the accents. Like we start, let's like, "Oh, are you mad?"
Yeah. What you like? What's going on there?
What is she like?
What's she like?
And I grew up watching British TV, so a lot of those little quirky accents are in my head. But then, I was one of the people, when I saw Gwyneth Paltrow's movie Sliding Doors, which I absolutely loved, I kept saying to myself, "Where is she from? Like, she has 4 accents. What is going on?" bless her pointed head. She
Yeah.
did a better job in Shakespeare in Love. But
Yeah.
then she was, because she had in Sliding Doors, her co-star was that Irish actor who's fabulous. And you know, whenever I hear Graham Norton like and that hard R, you know, it's like it sounds to me like the East Coast, and then you realize that we are a colony.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I went to summer school one year for English. Like I don't know why I had to take summer school, but I did. And halfway through the course, somehow or another, we were all talking, and everyone thought I was from Britain. Because when I say Toronto, I pronounce the T. It's like somebody paid for all those letters. I'm going to say them. You know, so it's like, well, I'm from Toronto. It's like, well, no, originally, where are you from?
Yeah.
Like right there. Like there's my, like I literally grew up there.
Yeah. No, it's like
no, you're from Britain, aren't you?
It's the same because I mimic without knowing, and then
Yeah.
and then certain people start asking you for directions, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
So
I fall into.
yeah.
We were in. We drove to Florida to Disney World one year, and we were in Georgia for just like long enough to go into a restaurant and eat. And our waitress was just adorable. Like that's the place where it's like, I'll have a pecan pie. It's like, oh honey, a pecan, something you leave under your bed. You know.
All right, pecan. Yeah.
But I walked out of that restaurant like people thought like, why are they stealing that Southern child? You know. And it's the one accent into adulthood that I've kept for some reason. Like I was on a TV show doing wardrobe, and I just started talking to somebody with a Southern accent, and the lead actress was American, and she says, whereabouts from Alabama are you from? And I'm like, huh? She said, oh my God, people in Alabama don't have an accent that good. But I love accents. I have a good ear for them. My French teacher, this is my impersonation of my French teacher. La salope. She didn't smoke in the class, but you could tell she wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not good with language, but I'm great with an accent.
I always try taking all different languages, and I can end up reading things, but I can't, or understanding while watching TV, but I can't say it back.
My head doesn't translate what I'm hearing. Like I was watching something, and somebody said, oh, je suis désolé. And the response was, oh, you are not désolé. And I knew what they had said, but I hadn't translated it. I just know désolé, what it means.
Yeah.
Like on its own. Like I couldn't tell you what the direct translation is, but it's like, I'm sorry, or I'm what's the word? Desolate.
Isn't it desolate?
Yes, exactly. And I just don't. It's hard for me to not translate it into English and then understand what's been said. You know what I mean? I need to. I need to translate. But one language that's really easy for me is German because it's Germanic. Like there's a lot of words that we use in English that are Germanic.
And it's the same thing too with Dutch. So when Sylvia talks Dutch, I can understand a good chunk of it because a lot of it is German. Yeah.
And I love, I can spell in French. I don't know why, but I'm always adding an E or an R-E. Like when I write theater, I use the classic spelling R-E. And most people will lose their minds. Like, why do you spell it like that? It's like, because that's how you do it.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
You crap.
I don't know how many times I get the little squiggle where it's trying to tell me that I'm spelling words wrong. And it's like, no, it's because you're wrong. This is the way it's spelled.
It's not that the computer's wrong. It's just American.
Exactly.
Oh, Leon's there. Hey, Leon. God damn it.
Yay.
Jesus. That's right. That's exactly where that's from. Oh, you are not désolé. It's when she was in Paris with that writer. Yeah. He says, oh, your boyfriend, oh, je suis désolé. Oh, you are not désolé.
How are you doing, Leon?
We miss you at the chats. We were talking about you at the last one.
Were your ears burning?
Let's hope that's all that was burning. Yeah, look, everyone's See, Leon, everyone misses you. They have stopped talking to Chloe and I and are just focused on you now.
Yes.
You just got home from the hospital. Were you there a while? Is that why we've been missing you? Because we've been worried.
Yes.
Oh, a few days this time. Well, I hope that it's getting less and less so. New doctors, are they new like new to you, or new like young and full of the the newness of living? That's an ab fab line. Patsy used to say that all. Is young and full of the newness of living.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh my god, I have the French and Saunders box set up here next to my ab fab box set.
Yeah, I have all the ab fab too. Yeah. And the film.
I was dating the man that took me out for my first Valentine's dinner without me really realizing that he was taking me. And we were watching French and Saunders, and he said, he had this great observation. You know all the scenes that they do in that room? Like it's just a white room, and there are any number of weird things that they do. He said, is that where they just do all the sketches that they have no idea what to do with? And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Like I'd never thought of it. I just accepted what I was watching.
Yeah. Now them at Catherine Tate. Anything Catherine Tate.
Leon, they save your life and then they make you think that you owe them. Yeah, you pay Medicare. You owe nothing.
Right. They owe you for a job.
Yeah, suck on it. I was in the hospital once. I had a bladder infection that I needed to go on penicillin for. I'm just going to get vivid here. One of my testicles enlarged to a grapefruit, and I'm not happy with the size of most of what's going on down there. But you don't want one testicle showing off. Is all I'm going to tell you. And so I'm in the hospital on penicillin. They actually had to switch me to something else because I developed an allergy to penicillin. I was on it, like they flushed me with it. And ampicillin, I think I had to take. So I'm in the hospital. Never been in my life. Everyone in my family lives in the hospital. I'm bored to tears. This is before interwebs and such. And the doctor comes in with a gaggle of doctors, or I don't know, a glaring. I don't know. They glared, but and he said, "Oh, I'm here with some student doctors. Do you mind if they sit in on the examination?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." The next thing I know, the sheet is up over my face. Thank God. He's showing the world my nether. Like I think that's the most people that have seen me naked. Like most people have that much and have had a happy ending with it. Mine was 9 in one go. It was practically an orgy. I didn't really realize that he would be showing them anything. I just thought he was going to ask me a few questions. I'm such an idiot. Leon's officially old. Oh, welcome to the club.
Mm. Yep.
I can't see anything. I'm catching up, Leon. I'm just reading what Dixie said. Oh no, there's no carpets, Leon. There's no. Somebody asked me that about my blue hair for my latest review.
Oh yeah?
I love the blue hair. Does the carpet match the drapes? Is no carpet. But it's funny because I grew up with allergies. I've never liked a carpet. When I see wall-to-wall carpeting, I just think, ugh. I just think of the filth. It's like, ugh. At least with a carpet, you can pick it up, take it outside, and beat it. But wall-to-wall, my mother got wall-to-wall carpeting in this townhouse we lived in. It was mint green. It couldn't have been. It was like grass if you were on acid. And the funny thing was, she paid all this money for it, and we had like an L shape, so it was like living room, dining room.
Yeah.
And so the dining room area, they put the carpet in the wrong way, so it was a different color. Like that's my family. That's like this is the thing. So this is why we can't have anything nice, because we get screwed before we pay for it. but I'm not a huge fan of carpet. Like I don't
No,
the
I like
idea.
hardwood floors and throw carpets because then you can
Yeah.
just throw them out
Yeah,
or
like little, especially if they're a nice little design with a fringe on them, like something,
Mhm.
a statement carpet.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I love your apartment, Chloe. When I can see the background in it, it's like it's just that shiny hardwood. You have such an adult apartment.
Finally.
Mine
Well,
looks like
that's yeah.
mine looks like it's been abandoned because of the enemy advancing. You know, run, take nothing. I have parquet floors. It's hard and it's wood, but it's not hardwood floors. But yeah, I like Chloe's apartment. Also, I want to ask you a question. Where you're sitting right now,
Mhm.
behind you and to the right is where your sofa is, right?
To my right, yes, it's my sofa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the TV above a fireplace.
Yep.
But is the fireplace against that wall on the right? Like,
It's the one right here.
oh, there it is there.
Yeah.
That makes much more sense.
Yep.
Because you showed me a picture of you watching my review.
Yeah, yeah.
And it screwed up what I thought was the layout of your apartment.
Oh no, it's right there. It's Abby's butt warmer. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Here, I'm just gonna change the view so people can see a bit of your apartment behind you.
There you go. Yes, and then my work office in the back there.
Yeah, I love that you have another computer back over there. Is it got two screens?
I've got the laptop, 2 screens. I always have 3 screens going. They won't let me have a 4th one. It makes me crazy.
Do you need a 4th one? What do you do?
Yeah. I do accounting work, but I work in nonprofit, so we help
That's right.
shelters and stuff. So I'm always doing claims and reading different documents and having to match stuff. And I just hate having to switch screens. I like it all there. So
I have 2 screens because when I'm editing, it just helps. I had a huge flat screen TV as my computer, but I was too close to it. It was up on the wall, and it was fine because I would just sit back. But
yeah,
to edit stuff, it was great because I could really like frame things up perfectly, especially cropping and everything, because I could see it. And then I got 2 computer screens, and I got this desk that has a second shelf at the back that's only about that wide. And when you assemble it, the middle of it has a support post because the blocks of wood are only that half the length of the desk.
okay, yeah.
So because of that, I'm able to put a pole right there, like clamped to the desk, that the 2 screens go on.
Oh, nice.
And then they cantilever and tilt. And so right now I have them both kind of facing me, although there's nothing on the other one. But when I'm doing my makeup, the one has my camera feed so I can check it. And then the other one is, porn. No, like a movie or whatever I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's usually porn. And you know what's funny is every once in a while, like it's like, I don't know. Every once in a while I'll surf porn, and if I watch porn, I'm unconscious in 3 minutes, which probably explains why I'm single.
It's like my just before bedtime nap where I fall asleep watching whatever I'm watching. Yeah.
I've just accepted it. Like there's a point in the day where like maybe at around 4, I'll wash my face and brush my teeth for bed because I know at 8 or 9 or midnight, I'll just I know I'll be unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if I brush my teeth, I don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're done.
Yes.
But well, I think that this was a very lovely Galentine's Day.
Yes.
I feel like I have strength to face the day tomorrow. Although I have to tell you, I don't really care about Valentine's Day. It never bothers me. But I will send my ex a little dirty email or something just to. He's a good boyfriend. I miss him. I mean, I don't miss him because we talk all the time.
Yeah.
he was he's a movie whore like I am. And what was interesting was he had introduced me to some films I'd never heard of, like Grey Gardens, the documentary. I'd
Oh
never
yes,
heard
so
of
good.
it.
So good. Yeah.
And so we have a lot of like I remember every time Ted and Jeff, Wilhelmina and Jeff would mention like recommend a movie to me.
Hmm.
If we went and saw it, it was the worst film. Like I could see why they liked it, and I
Yeah.
didn't hate it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
my boyfriend Glenn, he wasn't that person. He'd be like when we went camping, I was performing at a campsite, and I said, "Oh, I have a tent. It's a pup tent." He goes, "I'm not getting dressed lying on the floor." So he researched tents, and then we went to the Canadian Tire near where we lived, and he sat there on the floor for an hour reading all of the tents and going online and hearing what people said about each tent. Like I love that about him, but Jesus Christ, like I would never do that myself, and I'm so glad that he did. But at the same time, it's like it's a tent. We used it 4 times. Calm down.
There you go. You got your money out.
But yeah, but he like every time Ted and Jeff would recommend a movie, he'd roll his eyes. I just thought it was so funny. They have the worst taste in movies. I said, I know, baby. But he still does have this incredible rear end. And the top of the crack of his ass splits like breasts. Do you know what I mean? He has that that shape.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I'd seen a man with like such a prognathous posterior. And so I said, it's so funny. I said to him, because he was wearing drawstring pajamas or something. They were down low and the top of his ass was sticking out. And I said, you look like you have boobs back there. It's so beautiful. And he was very sensitive because growing up in Newfoundland, where he's from, they all said he had a bucket arse. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? He goes, exactly. But he got picked on for his rear end as a child. It's like, oh, honey, no. I think a lot of people would want to wear it as a hat now. And, so for Christmas one year, I bought a pair of Calvin Klein white underwear and a white bra. And I cut the back of the underwear out so it was like a jock strap and sewed the bra to it. So when he put it on, it looked like his butt was in a bra. And I hung a little, from the waistband, I hung a little chain with the name Pam on it because I called it Pam after Pamela Anderson. So every once in a while I'll say, how's Pam? But yeah, he was a great boyfriend. But I should never have dated him. He was too hot for me. I remember once I was helping him buy some new shirts, and we had both lost some weight. We were both kind of like, we need to be healthy. It's like, yes, you're right. And so he was buying some shirts from the regular department at the Eaton Center, not like in like the plaid and husky section. And I'm talking to this woman who was there with her boyfriend buying shirts or something, and he was in the change room, and I was holding on to one of these shirts that I was making Glenn try on. It was a beautiful, very light cotton, like linen-y cotton. You couldn't see through it, but it was very thin.
Yeah.
And it had these very abstract brushstroke flowers kind of on it. So it didn't look like flowers, but they were flowers. And then there was some harder lines to kind of define some areas. And all the flowers were like in blues and greens, like not particularly feminine looking. It wasn't a feminine shirt. And he picked it out himself. And Glenn looks like the Marlboro Man. He's got a beautiful beard and mustache. He should have a hat on and a cigarette. But so I'm holding the shirt. She goes, "Oh, that's lovely." I go, "Isn't it?" My boyfriend's trying on one. This is just in case that size is too small or big or whatever. And as we're talking, Glenn came out of the change room, and the woman with like her reaction to him was like, and I was like, right. And then my sister-in-law, we had been over to when they lived in Toronto, we'd been over to their house a couple times. And I think it was the third time we were there. And, you know, Glenn, like we were sitting, we'd been there a while. It was so funny. We'd been there a while, and Glenn got up to go to the bathroom. And the minute he was out of earshot, she turned to me and goes, "I keep forgetting how gorgeous he is." It's like, right? But I like Glenn, like I always said to people, he's too hot for me. He's going to leave me. And he did leave me because I'm crazy, not because he went with somebody a lot shorter than me, like very, very normal. He's a he works for the Board of Education, like a very schooled bookish person, and like I always thought that he would leave me for some really beautiful person,
There
and
can't
he
be two
didn't.
look at me's in a relationship. There has to be
What's
one.
that?
There can't be two look at me's in a relationship. There has to be
No,
one.
it's true. It's selfish.
Yeah.
If you and your partner are both look at me's, then you need to sell pictures of your love. That's just, you can't keep it to yourselves. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Glenn, I always joked. I always said he's too hot for me. And it's funny because my best friend, gay international porn star Ryan Russell, he always said to me when I'd say that, he goes, "Stop saying that. It's not true." And because he's defensive of me, but for me it was the joke. He's too hot for me. He's going to leave me. And he did. I had a joke that I used to do in my stand-up about the first guy I'd ever kind of dated. We just had sex. But he ended up dying like 10 or 15 years ago. He had a heart issue in his family. Like, it was his uncle died early too. And I was on stage because somebody had literally just said to me, "Oh, he died. Craig died." And I was like, it's just, especially because he was a little older than me, not a lot, but maybe 4 or 5 years older than me. And I went up on stage, and at the end of my set, I had a beer there, and I said, "I just would like to take a selfish moment. I'm sorry. I just raise your glasses, please, and join me, because I just heard something really, really shocking. That my first boyfriend just died." And I waited a minute, and I was a little teary, and I said, "That'll teach him." It's my favorite joke. No one else loved it as much as I did.
Oh, that's my type of humor.
Well, yeah. We're just trying to read any of these.
Anybody still here as we're chatting away?
Well, Leon's there. Martha's there. I think they're talking to each other. I think that's okay.
Oh, we've got some Belgian drag race conversation going on.
Yes, that's fine. Lady Jenny is laughing away. So's Elizabeth. Well, I don't know, Chloe. It's 2.5 hours of this.
Yeah.
And I've had the best time, but I think I should let you go so you can at least have your dinner.
And feed my cats.
I'm surprised we haven't heard her so far.
Oh, she's been wandering mostly.
I love that head. I love that head wrap on you.
It's great, right? Like I said, that's why I'm going to save up for the green one. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Make one on your own.
One like this? I don't know. Pretty.
Is that a flower in the front, or is it just knotted?
No, it's the way she's knotted it.
Ah, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she does beautiful work. She has cool clothes too, but I don't think I fit into the clothes, but I fit into the headscarves though.
I've always loved retro clothing. Yeah. Like even in the early 80s when everyone was wearing the big shoulder pads and everything. I always wanted to go to to get the Keds running shoes and the skinny black jeans and everything at the surplus stores. Mm-hmm. Or the vintage shops, but nothing. The further back you go, the smaller the clothing is.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No,
and so that's why I started sewing, was because I was sick and tired of looking like a Mormon. Back when I was a kid, you didn't have Garanimals or hip things. You had kids' clothes and adult clothes, and I fit in the adult clothes, and I like polyester pants and button-down shirts. It was awful.
Yeah.
And if I did wear jeans, they were like dad jeans. They weren't cool jeans.
Yeah, I have one actual 1940s dress that fits, and then I have one actual 1930s dress that fits that I have all packaged up. It's really beautiful.
You should take them to like a dressmaker and have them block a pattern out for you. They can do it without taking the dress apart.
Yeah, I had a beautiful. My friend has it. I got to get it back. I want to see if one of my friends can recreate it. It was from the 1930s. And I wore it for a photo shoot. It was fine. And I wore it out. And then I wore it to Orpheum's 90th anniversary. So it was like a 1920s theme. And then when I got home, I forgot that I had double knotted a loop. And then I sat down and then I hear, And then yes, my beautiful
Oh,
1930s velvet dress. And then my friend,
oh,
she'd already, when I got it, had put like the lining was gone inside, so we replaced the lining on the top. So the top is fine, but every time she tried to fix the skirt part, it would just rip more and more and more. So
yeah,
I think the velvet is just, so I want to get it remade, and it has like beautiful like bat winged arms. It's stunning. And then get it kind of, if I can get it structured, that I can just put it on a dress form to be for the record.
yeah.
But yeah, but I have to still get it back from her. But I'm going to see if a friend can go and recreate that dress.
Yeah, if you ever have something that you need a pattern for, you can mail it to me and I'll mail it back to you with the pattern.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like if you have something and you just can't find anyone to do it, I can do that.
Yeah.
I don't do it a lot because it's not hard or anything. I have an aversion to sewing that I developed over the years working in wardrobe on films that I'd rather be acting in. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it just became a mental thing for me, but I do love helping people. So
Yeah, I was
yeah, if
supposed
you're
to.
ever having trouble, also I'm sure Leon wouldn't mind helping you out. He's the master of all that.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I have a pattern that I was going to sew on Sunday, but then I just got so far behind. So I have all the supplies. I just got to get to cutting out the
Oh,
pattern
nice.
and doing
I
it.
used to work at a vintage clothing shop when I don't even think I was 20. And the reason I worked there was because I love that vintage clothing. Like I just love it. Like she had original, like with the label in it, Albert Nippon dresses,
Yep, yep, yep.
silk velvet, and a little hats. And then when I went to work at Stratford, the theater in Ontario, I became friends with the wig makers, which I called hookers, and they didn't like, and the hat makers, because I always wanted to make hats. And apparently, to get into the hat program at Stratford, you have to be able to sew. So you have to have worked in the wardrobe department.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to make hats, and I never did. But I ended up making a lot of hats just because, well, no one says I can't.
Yeah, yeah. My friend Maria Kursick, she's a hat
Yeah.
designer. She's on Instagram. She
Oh,
does beautiful hats. So
oh, I love that. I think that that's just such a dying art, and it'll all come back, and there'll be nobody who can make stuff.
True story. All right.
Lady Jenny, she's got to go. Yeah, we're going to go too, Lady Jenny, and David and Leon and Martha and
Dixie.
who else is there? Dixie. I just call her Dix. Hey, Dix. And Elizabeth is still there. David Vogelhut.
Yes, honey, dinner's coming. Do you want to say hi?
Oh, say hi for the kitty.
Can we say hi? Want to quickly say hi to everybody?
Oh, isn't she lovely? Yeah, she's going to eat your face off. Oh, Brandon is still there. Hey.
Hi.
Brandon Spriggs. What a great name. All right. So that's it for our Galentine's Anti-Valentine to Love makeup party. I think that we did a very excellent job. We look gorgeous. Good enough to date. Or break up with, whatever. I'm not judging, but thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sharing. I'm going to, of course, put this video up on YouTube in its entirety as is. So if you didn't see the whole thing or you want to fast forward through some of it and see some of it again, it'll all be there for you. And I just want to thank you all for spending your time with us, because I know you have other YouTube channels to watch. Yes. But please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like it if you didn't. And until the next time, miss me and send me chocolate. Bye, everybody.
Bye. All right.